When a country like Iran threatens to wipe Israel off the map and the Jewish state faces enemies on all of its borders, it's quite clear the small country needs allies. The U.S. has been Israel's closest friend, and that includes groups showing support in different ways. One surprise is coming from the world of auto racing, NASCAR to be exact. You're looking at the show car of the Charlotte, North Carolina-based organization America Israel Racing, or AIR for short. The car showcases the Star of David alongside the Stars and Stripes. A fierce-looking eagle bearing an olive branch in its beak accompanies the slogan, "United We Stand." It's a stand for Israel on a highly visible stage.
Well, there's always a lot more that we can do politically and socially to support Israel.
Two North Carolina-based entrepreneurs started America Israel Racing in response to recent political sentiment against the Jewish state. Their message of Israeli support will definitely have an audience when you consider the huge fan base of NASCAR.
NASCAR is the biggest stage. It's what brought me into racing was through other series, but ultimately you're always trying to get to that pinnacle, and that's the Sprint Cup level is the top of the racing pyramid.
To show that the real America that I grew up in and I live in, that the message is to the world and to Israel that we do support you 100%, and you have our backing, and we want that to be displayed.
Israel's Minister of Public Diplomacy tells CBN News the NASCAR nod is another example of the close bond between Americans and Israelis.
I think that it's actually a very strong message saying that it's not about patronizing and it's not about supporting a friend in need. It's just about friendship. It's just about being allies. And I think this is sending a very good message to the American people.
The America Israel Racing crew is excited to have J.J. Yaley behind the wheel, a no-nonsense, intensely competitive driver who understands the importance of the mission.
It's going to be a tremendous honor to have them on the car, especially going into the Daytona 500, which is America's race. It's the largest race that we have during the season, and it's the greatest way for anybody, especially the America Israel Racing, to get their point across. I know that right now the goal is to just let everyone know that we're thinking about the people of Israel.
The Daytona 500 alone is broadcast in more than 150 countries and in 20 different languages. America Israel Racing has teamed with NASCAR veteran Robinson Blakeney Racing to help them qualify for Daytona and eventually place a car in the 2012 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Team owner Jay Robinson follows God's mandate in the Bible to stand with Israel.
This sponsorship is probably one of the most important ones that I've ever been involved in, and just attention to detail, making sure we get everything right as we prepare to go to Daytona. Carrying the Star of David on the left side of this car is quite an honor.
My faith is very strong, and I believe that all the way from Genesis on through, it discusses how Israel, you need to stand with it, don't turn your back on her, and that's very important.
In addition to standing with Israel, the AIR team believes they can win for Israel. This powerful engine will help. AIR gave CBN News rare access to the shop where race car engine mechanic Charlie Seegers works to put together a masterpiece.
Everybody's been running upwards of 200 miles an hour down there so far, so we expect this one to be able to run right with them.
Running with excellence in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series also requires funding. America Israel Racing hopes fans, corporations, and even Israelis will donate to the cause to help spread the message of support for the nation which God calls the apple of his eye. Mark Martin, CBN News, Charlotte, North Carolina.